Well, if we learned anything during the pandemic, it's that Las Vegas is the perfect place for outdoor fun. And now there's a shop in the city of Las Vegas that offers that outdoor gear for a fraction of the price. Let's check out Peaks and Pedals.
Welcome to Peaks and Pedals Gear Exchange, the perfect spot for outdoor enthusiasts. Located on West Craig and North Tenaya, just off of US 95, this is not your ordinary equipment shop. This is an eco-friendly consignment store, a place where hidden treasures can be found in just about every corner.
We sell items for biking, hiking, paddling, camping, climbing, and snow.
This is owner Holly Priest.
510s. Ooh, 510s are great.
An outdoor enthusiast herself, she realized there was a huge need for a store like this.
If you go to other cities like Flagstaff, Seattle, those cities have a used gear shop, and every time I've traveled, I would visit one. And I'm like, why doesn't Vegas have something like that? I think Vegas is really underrated for its outdoor recreation. If you draw a Venn diagram around our city, you can be in the North Rim of the Grand Canyon one weekend, you can be at the ocean the next, you can be at the lowest point in the United States in Death Valley one weekend, you could be in Zion's the next, or you can be having a lovely dinner on the Strip with a world-renowned chef. It really is an amazing place to live if you're into the outdoors.
She calls the opening of Peaks and Pedals a classic COVID story. She was practicing law online during the pandemic and realized this was her chance.
I know people who own bike shops in town, and I know they got quite overrun, and I personally know that because I was maybe thinking about getting a new mountain bike at the beginning of the pandemic, and there was no bikes to be had because there was a run on bikes, so to speak. So I knew a lot of new users were getting into these sports, and there's often a diminishing returns with that, so to speak. People get into it, and some people stay in the sport, and others don't. So I knew that there was going to be people with very expensive bikes and equipment laying around after the pandemic, and you know, they were going to have to do something with that. So I knew there was an opportunity there.
Holly started out with 5 bikes, and now she's at 25. Her store offers clothing, shoes, camping equipment. The list goes on and on.
This is a really awesome paddleboard. It's actually meant for the ocean. It's really long, right? So the longer you get, the more likely you're going to be able to handle choppier water.
The price point also varies. There are even a few vintage finds in the store. And while her shop is the perfect place to sell your equipment, it's also the perfect place to start. Initial investments on outdoor sports can be high, but this store makes it affordable.
I have a lot of people who are coming in, they're like, I'm gonna climb for the first time, or I'm just starting out, so we're looking at shoes. Because those climbing shoes can be like $130 new, and then you wear them 3 times and you're like, I'm never gonna climb again, right? That's an expensive investment.
Shannon Young discovered his love for cycling. He's a repeat customer at the shop.
I like that it's local, I like that it's small. I come in and see the inventory that they have. There's always something new that I can look at and hopefully kind of make me better at my hobby. Finding items secondhand, you know, instead of paying the high prices of some of the other stuff, helps both the store out and, you know, other people as well.
It's also about expertise. With the exception of ice climbing, Holly has participated in all of these outdoor sports.
And this is really technical gear, so we have to inspect everything and make sure it's going to be safe. Some items on the floor have safety things to them, and so just buying them from a random stranger on the internet can be a little dicey, right? And so going to a store where people kind of know what they're looking at and talking about is very helpful.
She's hopeful her shop is around for decades to come, as more and more see the immense opportunity for adventure on a budget.
Okay, well, because this shop tries to stay eco-friendly, I've got my hat and my cycling shoes. I'm ready to go. They're open for business. Now, if you'd like to open up a business in the city of Las Vegas, make sure to contact our Economic and Urban Development Department at 702-229-6551. Have fun out there, everyone.